Police, of course, have been busy responding to protests as well over the last 2 months. And this is a live look this morning at their East Precinct. This is in Southeast Portland, 106th, right near Mall 205. There was a big group of people there last night. You can see the damage left behind. That is where a fire started. You can also see some rocks and damage left behind there in front. So police say people tore the plywood barriers off the glass doors. They rammed 2x4s and threw rocks until the glass cracked. People then barricaded those police doors and lit a fire right outside of them. Now, officers declared a riot and they did use CS gas on the crowd. Our photographer got this video of police making one of those arrests. Police say they arrested several others. These are photos of the damage to their precinct. At one point, police also found a suspicious device outside the building, which they initially thought could be an explosive. It later turned out it was not. After declaring a riot, police say people continue to throw large rocks that hit officers, as well as balloons filled with paint. That crowd did eventually clear by 1:30 this morning.